Amy Airpillow, and this is my story. I was made in a Chinese factory for a Japanese camera company. I was airmailed to Dr. Shawana Dumas, a veterinarian at a wildlife preserve in Africa. She and her husband, Dr. Caulfield Dumas, a retired biology professor, run this eco-tour-financed preserve. Joe Johnson, an American graduate student studying abroad, works for the Dumas as a part-time tour guide. Shawana received the camera just in time for a birthday party for one of their American friends, Dr. Mac Noodle, who developed a health-restoring dietary plan. It is explained in his book, Eat Like a Horse to Lose Weight, Get Healthy, and Save the Planet. The doctor's famous words are, "It's good for us and good for the planet." Mac and his wife Mandy had just arrived to celebrate his 75th birthday with Caulfield and Shawana. Now this was no ordinary party. It was a karaoke party, and that crazy bunch made up their own lyrics and even danced to the music. A few weeks later, Shawana reused me to cushion an African-made Kwanzaa candle holder, Unity cup, and mat that she airmailed to Southern California to the Jones family, who observed the cultural and social celebration of Kwanzaa and the religious holiday of Christmas. They kept the two separate by having the Christmas decorations on one side of the living room and the Kwanzaa area and displays on the other. When I arrived, their neighbors were setting up a live nativity scene in their front yard. They were using a solar panel to charge the batteries for the star and the CD player. I just had to see that solar-powered star. The Kwanzaa celebration begins on December the 26th, the day after Christmas, and ends on January the 1st. Mr. and Mrs. Jones and two of their 3 children came in to join Grandpa Jones and their youngest child at the Kwanzaa feast, which is held on the 6th day. Grandpa Jones picked up the Unity cup. Then he poured water into the plant's potting soil from each of the 4 directions, saying,
"I pour this libation in honor of our ancestors."
Next, he drank from the Unity cup. Then, everyone chanted the Swahili phrase, meaning "let's pull together," 7 times.
Harambe! 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 Harambe!
After this, each spoke the names of some of his or her ancestors, national leaders, and those who have helped improve the lives of others, so that these people could be honored, and then sip from the unity cup. Next came the candle lighting ceremony. Each candle represents one of the 7 principles of Kwanzaa, which are unity, self-determination, collective work and responsibility, cooperative economics, purpose, creativity, and faith. On each day of the Kwanzaa celebration, a different candle is lit and its corresponding principle is discussed. After the child lit the candle for the 6th day, each shared different ideas on how its principle of creativity could be carried out, like painting murals over graffiti, planting trees and flowers around the neighborhood, and clearing the rubble off of a vacant lot and putting in a community organic vegetable garden there for everyone to enjoy. Next, the boy lit the candles that had been lit on the previous days. After this, Grandpa Jones said a short blessing, and then they all enjoyed a simple but delicious meal, topped off with sesame cakes, a traditional African treat. A few months after Kwanzaa, Mrs. Jones reused me to cushion a very pretty bowl that she airmailed to Oregon to the really with-it Smith family. This bowl completed the set that Mrs. Smith wanted to use for Easter dinner. The Smith family sent me in their garage with a collection of reusable items next to their recycle bin. In their backyard, they have compost barrels for kitchen scraps and yard debris. They use this compost to feed their organic garden and fruit trees. Last year, they had so little real trash that they set out only 1 bag of it to be picked up by the garbage truck. Amazing! Mr. Smith is a biologist. He says pollution from industry and fertilizer runoff from farms have polluted waterways and have taken a toll on aquatic life. He also says that the oceans are being overfished to the point where some species might go extinct, and that hybrid fish from fish farms have escaped and are replacing some natural species. But he thinks better pollution controls and wiser fishing and farming practices can improve these situations. Getting back to Easter, I heard them talking about sunrise services. So, when no one was looking, I let out some hot air and jumped into Mrs. Smith's purse. A few months later, Mrs. Smith reused me to cushion a birthday present that she airmailed to the Adams family in Virginia.